Imagine losing your mother and brother in one brutal night, then watching your father, a once respected legal powerhouse in your town, stand trial for their murders. You take the stand in his defense, trying to convince the world he couldn't possibly be guilty. But outside the courtroom, you're met with suspicion, relentless media pressure, and cold doubt. This is the grim reality of Buster Murdaugh, the last living heir of a powerful South Carolina family, whose legacy has imploded under the weight of lies, bloodshed, and scandal. The question that continues to circle him like a shadow: was he just an unfortunate bystander, or does Buster know more than he's told the world? The night of June 7th, 2021 changed everything. Alec Murdaugh, Buster's father and the family's patriarch, dialed 911 to report the horrifying scene at the family's rural estate. His wife Maggie and youngest son Paul had been shot to death near the kennels. What initially appeared as a tragic attack unleashed a relentless unraveling of one of the South's most prominent legal families. Fallout erupted quickly. Only a few months later, Alec was reportedly shot on the roadside in another bizarre twist. But the truth was even stranger. Alec had hired a man to kill him in a staged suicide, hoping to secure a $10 million life insurance payout for Buster. The plan failed, the scheme was exposed, and Alec's web of deceptive acts began to surface. Throughout the growing chaos, Buster seemed to disappear, staying out of the media spotlight, rarely seen in public. But he reappeared when his father was put on trial in early 2023. Calm and composed, Buster testified in Alec's defense, describing his father as emotionally shattered by the deaths of Maggie and Paul. He recounted the call he received that night, how Alec told him that his mother and brother had been shot. Alongside his girlfriend Brooklyn White, Buster rushed to the Moselle estate where he found his father utterly distraught. From Buster's viewpoint, there was no question. Alec couldn't have done this. Yet the jury didn't agree. After just 3 hours of deliberation and weeks of detailed testimony, Alec Murdaugh was found guilty of the murders. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms in prison without parole. The verdict was met with relief by much of the public, who had grown increasingly convinced of his guilt. Still, even in the years following the trial, Buster has not publicly expressed doubt about his father's innocence, choosing instead to remain steadfast in his belief, at least outwardly, that Alec didn't kill his own family. While loyalty to his father has defined much of Buster's public narrative, there have been moments of inner conflict. Even after Alec was imprisoned, he and Buster continued speaking regularly. Their phone calls, captured and disclosed in part through media reports, have often been described as awkward and emotionally complex. In an interview for a documentary series, Buster opened up more than ever before. He insisted that people should remember every story has 2 sides. But in a subtle yet clear departure from blind faith, Buster admitted he believed his father exhibited traits of a psychopath, calling out manipulation, constant lying, and a complete detachment from the truth. For someone who had defended Alec so fiercely, it was a revealing moment. Loyalty, it seemed, was being tested by experience. Before the murders and trials, Buster had long been expected to follow the Murdaugh family path: a career in law, a prestigious future, and public respect. But even that part of his life came undone. He had been attending the University of South Carolina School of Law, just like his father had before him. However, reports emerged that Buster had been expelled due to poor academic performance and plagiarism. An embarrassment swept under the rug at first, but impossible to ignore as the family faced national scrutiny. Even from prison, Alec tried to pull strings to get Buster readmitted by allegedly offering tens of thousands of dollars to a lawyer for assistance. In one recorded call, Alec urged his son to seize any second chance if offered, warning that there likely wouldn't be another. But Buster never returned to law school, and according to his attorneys, put that dream aside, at least for now. After Alec's sentencing, Buster and Brooklyn relocated to Hilton Head, South Carolina, perhaps in an attempt to find a fresh start. But their quiet life didn't last. The intense media attention and true crime obsession surrounding the Murdaugh saga followed them. In 2023, Buster reported to police that he believed they were being stalked. He claimed photographs had been taken from inside their home and that their Ring camera had detected a suspicious vehicle regularly parked outside. Brooklyn supported his complaints by filing her own report, stating that a YouTuber had been seen looking into their car windows and following them. Their privacy was gone, replaced by headlines, speculation, and public intrusion that simply wouldn't let up. While Alec's guilt in Maggie and Paul's murders has been legally determined, the Murdaugh family's name is still tied to multiple other deaths, each surrounded by its own set of dark questions. In 2015, Buster's high school classmate, Stephen Smith, was found dead on a rural road not far from the Murdaugh property. The original conclusion pointed to a hit and run, but rumors quickly spread about a secret relationship between Smith and Buster. As part of the larger Murdaugh investigation, Smith's case was reopened and reclassified as a homicide. Although Buster has repeatedly and strongly denied any romantic involvement with Smith or knowledge of his death, public suspicion refused to fade. In 2024, Buster took legal action against several media companies, including Netflix, accusing them of defamation and false implication of his involvement. Despite the media firestorm, no law enforcement agency has named him a suspect to date. Another case haunting the family is the 2018 death of Gloria Satterfield, the Murdaugh's longtime housekeeper. She died after reportedly falling on the family's property. Alec then allegedly convinced her sons to file a wrongful death claim, only to steal the $4.3 million insurance payout for himself. Alec was later convicted of fraud in connection to the case. While Buster's name surfaced in conversations and documents during the investigation, he has never been publicly implicated in the fraud. Adding to this grim chain of events is the 2019 boating accident involving Paul Murdaugh. Paul was believed to be drunk while driving the boat when it crashed, killing 19-year-old Mallory Beach. Lawsuits filed by the Beach family argued that Alec helped cover it up, and that Buster allowed Paul to use his ID to purchase alcohol. Although Buster was named in civil litigation, again, no criminal charges were filed against him. Nonetheless, the incident went as widely publicized and contributed to the growing belief that the Murdaugh family had used their power to escape accountability for years. Through all of this, one figure remained constant by Buster's side: his girlfriend, Brooklyn White. She stood with him through the trial, supported him while the nation tore his family apart, and remained fiercely private even as the media tried to dig in. After years of living under the weight of tragedy and scrutiny, Buster and Brooklyn were married in May 2025 at a quiet ceremony held at a South Carolina estate. Friends and family were present, but cameras, headlines, and attention were not. After years of personal loss and public shame, the wedding signaled something quietly powerful, an attempt to start over. In the end, Buster Murdaugh's story is one of tragedy, conflict, and survival. The deaths of his relatives, the conviction of his father, the intrusion of the press, and the weight of public suspicion have made rebuilding nearly impossible. Yet he's still here. Unconvicted, never officially accused of any crime, but forever entangled in the legacy his father left behind. Whether Buster truly knows more than he's let on remains unanswered. He claims his innocence. His actions display a man torn between loyalty and reality. He may be the last of the Murdaugh name to walk freely, but he is not free in the eyes of the public. To many, he's either a silent survivor or a keeper of secrets. Until more emerges, Buster's silence continues to speak louder than words, and the world continues to watch.